Hello everybody, here we are at Newmont again. Beautiful day here, last day of October. Happy Halloween everybody. Thought I'd show you today a little bit of Slate 2.0, which has become quite popular throughout the country, particularly when you're in an application that needs a little less weight than traditional slate. Traditional slate generally runs around 950 pounds per square, 9.5 square per feet, pounds per feet. So what we do is, on this installation, we've got our mock-up here. As you can see, these are the starters. We put these in our traditional, you can either nail them, or what we like to use our copper plus drip edge, where we put them all in. Then after that, you would put down a layer of HDPE, high density polyethylene. Great product, used in most all these lightweight applications. A row of that. Again, if you were doing nailing, you would nail this to hold it in place. They recommend you use it only about a 10-foot length because there is a bit of expansion contraction with that. So we would put down the HDPE over our starters. Then we would put our first course on. Again, if you were doing this with nailing and not using our drip edge, our patented Copper Plus, you would nail each one of these slates. Bring it across. Okay. So, as I said, if you were doing it normally, you would take your good old trusty copper nail and slate hammer and nail each one of these slates. Now, as you'll notice, these slates are punched hole higher than traditionally. Normally you do 1/3 of the distance down. So if this is a 12-inch slate, you would come down about 4 inches for these nail holes. But whereas we're using the HDPE for a headlamp adaptation, we do what we call a high punch. These are punched 2 inches down, 2 inches in. So therein, the HDPE acts as the headlamp that you would normally have with another piece of slate, therefore letting you use less slate per square foot, less weight. Okay, so we would go along and do this. Then we would take another layer of HDPE. That would go here. Lost my hammer there for a minute, folks. That would then be placed at the 8-inch interval that we're going to be using. Again, that's acting as the headlamp extension for using more exposure on their slates. And this is an 8-inch interval. Then we come along the next with our second course of slate. Second course, of course. Again, it's exposed at 8 inches. Right here. We nail that. Grab a couple of nails. And at 8-inch exposure. Well, and again, you would see we would just continue along, nailing these. Again, with an 8-inch exposure on your 12-inch slate. There, and again, reducing the weight load on the roof. It's very popular down south where they don't have to worry about snow load, and or a lot of times the buildings are less of a pitch And again, they don't have to worry about the snow loads. So this just continues on the same way. You'd go at 8-inch intervals on a 12-inch slate with layers of HDPE. Again, this would be then, again here at 8 inches. And we would just continue right on up the roof.